Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. Let's go. Well done.
Standing up for the bridesmaids.
Thank you very much for our amazing harpist. I think you all agree that Sarah looks absolutely amazing. Round of applause for Sarah. You may take your seats. Be warned, this here wedding is a private affair, meant for the happy couple and their closest crew. Any landlubbers who dare to interfere with the festivities risk a one-way journey to Davy Jones's locker. Do we have any objections, or do I have to get the chopper out? Thank you. Neptune himself hath decreed that any unwelcome interruptions will result in a very watery grave. If it's been raining that much, we could probably drown you in a puddle. With a large side of seaweed salad, just in case you are a vegan / vegetarian / celiac kind of thing. Got to keep everybody happy, 21st century. So keep your sea legs steady, your hands to yourselves, your pistols empty, your cutlasses sheathed, and your lips sealed. Any objections will be dealt with in line with the code of the sea and the laws of Neptune, which basically means my chopper comes down. It is often said that love makes the world go round. However, it is without a doubt that it is friendship that keeps our somewhat stormy existence on an even keel and calms the waters of true love. True friendship, as well as copious amounts of rum and or absinthe, are the foundations on which to build an enduring relationship and the kickstart to build and launch a love affair such as this. I'd like you guys to turn around and face your congregation, if you don't mind, your audience, your sheep. Sarah and Gavin, Sarah is the one in the gorgeous white dress, in case anybody hasn't quite grasped that yet, met through mutual friends, Paige and Joe. Would you like to stand up, guys? Thank you very much. And their shared love of dogs, you may sit down, they're taking it very seriously, who I believe have a shared interest in German Shepherds. Sarah was invited to a bonfire party organised by Paige and Joe around 2016. However, the details are a little hazy due to the amount of alcohol that was consumed by Sarah, possibly rum, possibly absinthe, she can't quite remember. And that's where she met Gavin, who incidentally, as most of us should know, loves a glass or two or a bottle of rum. Sarah originally thought Gavin to be a quiet guy, kept himself. I know. You tell some lies at weddings, don't you? Who kept himself to himself, didn't really join in. However, he must have joined in at some stage, as at the end of the party, there was only Gavin and Sarah left standing. How he stood with that amount of alcohol, I don't know. But the outgoing lady that Sarah is, Sarah obviously made the first move towards Gavin. She attempted to shove her hand down his trousers, allegedly with the contents of a cuddly toy. I say allegedly, we don't know. When that didn't happen, because Gav likes to keep his belts tight, she then proceeded to try to shove her hands down Paige's top. The years passed, and when Jay and Paige again decided, the years passed, and when Jay decided to make an honest woman of Paige, Sarah was asked, there was a dog walker, to chaperone Dodger, their German Shepherd. And Gav was going to walk Dodger down the aisle, Sarah was going to hand it over, and as he walked down the aisle, she was staring at his butt. Turn around, show the camera, how can you not look at a cute butt like that? And she's told me that was the cute butt that she fell in love with. Well, that's yours. That set the heart fluttering. Love obviously kindled itself. They continued to flirt and chat on that wedding. I was there. They were outrageous. They tried to be separate about it, but you know that look when you really fancy somebody but you don't want anybody to know, them too. Paige and Jay, who seem to have a love affair with fires, had another barbecue in 2018. And then Gavin at that party also mentioned Sarah's fire dancing abilities. Though Sarah obviously vehemently denies this due to the amount of alcohol she had. Talking of alcohol, he was drunk last night, by the way. Couldn't get out of the whirlpool hot tub thing. Sarah describes Gavin as having a big presence, although quiet and sensitive. One of the funniest moments for these guys was when Gavin leaned in with a kiss. And was probably licked on the hand by Gavin's border collie, Rebel. As you will imagine, if you're going in for a kiss and somebody starts licking another part of you, start to get worried. She just burst out laughing, as you do. Gavin obviously thought, I'm really in here. Sarah's mouth is wide open. He goes in for it, got stuck in for more. I asked Gavin what his favourite date or outing was. And he replied very cryptically, Tredegar House with a wink emoji. Not quite sure whether you're supposed to get that close in public with a dog, but these guys obviously enjoyed, and it led to being here now. Gavin has been a massive influence on Sarah, down to helping her do all of the techie nerdy stuff, because we know Gavin is a massive techie nerdy stuff, does his gaming, loves his phones, constantly talks about it. And I personally love him for that. It took Gavin a few years to say those fateful words, 3 words, and he'd obviously been thinking about it for some time. Just, by the way, as Sarah had, although Sarah was internally adamant that she was never going to say those 3 words first. The blokes, just, you know, if you love the girl, just tell her, because they will never say it first. 22nd of August 2019 comes along. Sarah was pet sitting another dog called Harvey. Gavin turned to her and so romantically said, "You know I love you, right?" To which Sarah, not wanting to seem overly desperate, played it really cool and just replied, "Yeah." And I love the fact that they are just so children laid back. They bounce off each other and yet are so different and so like. Both of these people are entrepreneurs in their own right. They have their own businesses, but they've helped each other. They've sort of cross-decked, to use a naval term. Sarah is on the decks doing the DJ bit. Gavin is out walking. You need to lose a few pounds on your butts. We need to do a few more walks, as you said. Indeed, with Sarah taking on the role almost as Mrs. Santa Claus, with the amount of time Gavin spends dressing up as Santa Claus. Arguments and conflict are settled in the true, tried and tested way of any long-term relationship using rock, paper, scissors. There is no walking out and slamming doors. They just look at each other, rock, paper, scissors, and they're in there. Indeed, Gavin has described Sarah in these very words, and I apologise for the language. It's his word. Sarah is fucking awesome. Loving, kind, keeps up with drinking, is mental when she's had a few. I trust her, I like her. And I think that just sums this couple absolutely up. I like you too. You two would like to turn towards each other, please. Can I take your bouquet? Thank you very much. Well, why do you think I've taken it off? Just hold hands for me. Let's do this love. Sarah and Gavin, you stand before your shipmates, 2 hearts brave enough to promise to sail the stormy seas of life together. Sarah, do you take with all your heart Gavin to be your wedded shipmate? Do you promise to cherish him through thick and thin, through calm seas and the raging storms of Neptune?
I do.
Sometimes you have to prep them so they know this is the right thing to say. And Gavin, do you take with all your heart, take this fair maiden Sarah to be your wedded shipmate? Do you promise to cherish her, to protect her from harm, to love her almost whatever Neptune may throw at you? Thank you. Thank you. We have some vows that Sarah and Gavin are going to read to each other. To seal this pact of love, and under the watchful gaze of Neptune, Sarah and Gavin have written their own vows, their personal vows to say to each other. And they're obviously going to be anxious and obviously nervous to say them to each other. So what we're going to do is play a game of rock, paper, scissors to decide who goes first. Oh, who won? Who won?
I did.
Right, brilliant.
My vows to Sarah is what I promise. Here I stand before you, dressed to impress, for I don't compare even slightly to you and your dress. These vows I make to you now, my favourite person, my partner, my best friend, to hold dear to my heart. I promise I'll be there to catch you at times when you fall on your ass. But I can't promise that I won't be the one who will start to laugh. I promise I'll be your hero, to support you, try as I may. I can't guarantee I'll be perfect. I'll do my best. Okay? I promise to be your hey-hey, your buddy, your biggest fan. To shower you with affection, with love, with rum when we can. Your trust will be secure with me. I'll keep it for all of the days. And when we're old, I'll stay with you after all this time, always.
Let's have a bit of a round of applause for that.
Thank you. So, I'd like to say it right on my
came easy. They should have. As I love creative writing in school, and I'm usually pretty good with my words on paper. However, I think the fear of public speaking was squashing any thoughts I had. So bear with me. Hopefully I don't make a tit of myself. Not that that's an issue. You see me make a tit of myself on many occasions, and I'm certainly not going to stop now. When we first met, I was broken, not knowing if I could ever let anyone in to trust or to love again. After years of questioning if I ever could be loved, along came you. You were also hurt and broken from those before. Yet there we were, two oddballs who just kept saying yes to Jack.
Cheers,
Yeah.
took me a while to figure that bit out.
Why wouldn't we? We both love a good fire and food. We never turned down free food. There we were, 9 years ago, not knowing our past was close to intertwined, 3 years on from now from when we first met. Little did we know that we needed each other, to heal the other, piece by piece, rebuilding one another from the ground up, to be better, stronger. Stronger as individuals, stronger as a unit, as a team, as us, Gavin. Strong enough to no longer need one another, but to want the other, to choose the other, and commit to each other for the rest of our lives. A life full of continued love, encouragement and support. I promise to love you, in the good times and the bad. In the good times, we will laugh and enjoy the crazy ride that is life. During the bad, I'll be your beam of light, running into the storm, keeping you with me, guiding you through the dark and out of stormy waters. I promise to do my best in encouraging you always, unless it's way out there. Then I cannot promise I will not roll my eyes or give you the look. But I will give a logical explanation as to why this may not work or cannot be done right now. We still don't have a house, let alone a house with enough space for you to start tucking. I promise to support you through times to come. This crazy journey sure will have its ups, but we need to be prepared to deal with the downs too. I'll be your rock when needed, your biggest cheerleader, but also your bosom for a pillow. With your creativity and my logicalness, we will smash any challenges that may arise. With love, encouragement and support, we will build a happy home and a secure future. A future where we do not take life too seriously and continue to make one another laugh with the silly shit the other does. Did I save you because you saved me too? I do not know where I'd be without you. You love me for me, and I love you for you. Toxic gas aside. You are my rock, my partner in crime and in game. Someone to get the trophies I can't. My best friend, my now husband. Here's to the rest of our lives living in the moment, making memories and a family of our own. I choose you in friendship, in love, and in life. I love you 3000 to infinity. Love you.
Personal wedding vows are absolutely superb. They mean a lot more to each other on an individual level than any of us will ever realise. If you want to know what tufting is, Gavin's buying the beers, just ask him. Really interesting. Now let us witness a symbol of this union and commitment to each other. Just as the oceans and seas circle the world forever without a start or an end, rings symbolise the never-ending love couples have for each other. There is no start, there is no end. The giving of rings show that those vows we have just heard are heartfelt and true. Gavin, please take Sarah's ring. Actually, for those who are asking, that is the stag's lead. We are repurposing it.
Yes, I've got the onesie.
Gavin, place this ring on the third finger of Sarah's hand and repeat after me. You know I love you, right? Sarah, repeat after me. Yeah, I know I love you.
Yeah, I know I love you.
Slide the ring on. Sarah, place your ring on Gavin's third finger of his left hand and repeat after me. You know I love you, right?
You know I love you, right?
Gavin, yeah, I know you love me.
Yeah. I know you love me.
By the power vested in me, by the seven seas, the howling winds and Neptune himself, it gives me immense pleasure to pronounce you crewmates for life. May your lives be smooth together, the wind always in your favour, the rum bottle never empty, and your treasure chest always full. Possible euphemism? We don't know. You may now indulge in some full-on smutty kissing to a round of applause. very much, ladies and gentlemen. We're now going to sign the marriage certificate. If you'd just like to chill out for a moment, if you guys would like to come round.
Any preference which way?
You go myself.
Can I have the witnesses as well, please?
Oh, I love it. Look at that. Bridesmaids like, wow, just throws a bouquet straight up to save the day. Go on, Morgan.
Maybe we'll tend to yeah.
Sarah and Gavin, you have sailed the 7 seas of courtship, braved the stormy waters of doubt, and finally dropped anchor in the harbour of love. May your journey together be filled with more treasure than a pirate's chest, more laughter than a drunken sailor's song, and more passion than a kraken's grip. May you always have fair winds and following seas, and may your love be stronger than any tempest. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. Let all who witness this union raise their voice in a hearty cheer as you walk amongst your shipmates for the first time as a married couple. Huzzah! Huzzah!